No handshakes before the game, nothing like that.
I don't think we need any of that. We both kind of know what it is.
He's smart, because that was the corporate answer. But
you know.
So what was the translation of what he was just saying?
I'm the man, and you was behind me for a reason, and I'm going to show you every time we play why they pick me before they pick you.
Detroit just woke up the whole league like someone hit a switch, and it's wild to watch. For the first time in 2 decades, the Pistons aren't just promising, they're a real problem. 12 straight wins, top seed in the East, and 2 young stars moving like they already own the conference. Cade Cunningham is slicing up defenses with that cold veteran calm, while Jaylen Duren is bulldozing through the paint with force that looks unreal at times. And when you put their games together, the numbers look insane, but the film hits even harder. Analysts are scrambling, trying to figure out how a team that everyone ignored suddenly looks this polished and this hungry. This isn't some cute little run. Detroit is hooping with intention, with swagger, and with a rhythm that shocks anybody who thought they'd still be stuck at the bottom. 2 years ago, you couldn't sell this storyline to anybody. Back in 2023, the Pistons weren't just bad. They were going through one of the ugliest stretches in NBA history. 28 straight losses from late October to December had fans drained, and the whole league staring like, what is going on over there? It was rough. Then the 2024-25 season pulled the craziest turnaround you'll see in modern basketball. Detroit boosted their win total by 30 games, something only a tiny handful of teams in NBA history have ever pulled off. And the wildest part, they did it with almost the exact same squad. Just sharper discipline, smarter decisions, and a mindset that refused to fold when things got tough.
Dude is a sleeper. Y'all probably don't even know who this kid is. Jaylen Duren.
Jalen
in Detroit, big man, like his game. And I see what I think he will be in the league.
Every young team eventually hits that stage where talking doesn't mean anything. You gotta prove you're not just a feel-good rebuild. That shift from hot streak to legit threat is the moment that separates teams people notice from teams people actually fear. And this year, Detroit made that jump loud and clear. 16 games in, they're sitting at 14-2, their best start since the 2005 to 2006 season, holding down the East even while missing key rotation guys. And when you peek at the numbers, it gets even crazier. This ain't the same old Detroit. They're sitting 11th in scoring, 13th in field goal percentage, and 17th in three-point shooting. Nothing flashy, nothing headline hunting, but that's exactly why they're dangerous. They're not winning because they're streaky or lucky. They win because their structure is tight, their pressure is nonstop, and their game plan forces opponents into uncomfortable, messy possessions. Detroit's defense? Man, it's turned into something serious. And if you're watching this team rise, make sure you subscribe because this run is looking like it's just getting started. Detroit's defense is no joke right now. They've got the second best defensive rating in the league, holding teams to 46% shooting like it's nothing. Every drive gets swallowed by a wall of blue, rotations stay tight, and everything ends with Jaylen Duren swatting shots like a real rim protector while pushing them into the top 10 in blocks. They're also 6th in defensive boards, shutting down second chance points before they even exist. And here's another wild detail. Teams average only 24.8 assists against Detroit, 5th lowest in the league. That means opponents can't run clean plays, can't get comfy looks, and end up forcing bad isolations as the shot clock melts away. Yeah, the Pistons still have rough spots. They're 23rd in turnovers and 25th in opponent three-point percentage, numbers that usually bury a team, but somehow they keep grinding. They win by staying disciplined, staying physical, and slowly wearing opponents down until they break. Put it all together and the picture is loud. Strong boards, smart shots, structured offense, and a defensive mindset that doesn't blink. For the first time in 20 years, Detroit doesn't just look promising, they look like an actual contender. And right in the center of all this is Cade Cunningham, who's quietly creeping into top 5 player territory. Detroit drafted him first overall in 2021 to lead a new era, but after that brutal 28-game losing streak, people doubted everything. The team became a running joke, but Cade didn't fold. He stayed locked in, didn't point fingers, and didn't chase another team. He stayed loyal and pushed Detroit back into the playoffs last season, dropping 26.1 points, 6.1 boards, and 9.1 assists. Now in year 5, he's playing like he's rewriting the whole franchise's future. Cade is going crazy this season. He's dropping 27.3 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 9.9 assists, all career highs. And if anyone still had doubts, his recent stretch erased all of that. He hung a 46-point triple-double on Washington in an overtime win, missed a few games with an injury, then came back like nothing happened with 25 and 10 while helping Detroit secure their 11th straight win. That run even made him the first Piston ever to hit 25 points and 10 assists in 5 straight games. Going from the top pick during Detroit's darkest years to the engine behind a full franchise revival is something nobody saw coming. Cunningham's game is just smooth. One play, he glides by defenders for a soft finish. The next, he steps back into a calm, deep three. Then he threads a laser pass through traffic to the corner. That mix of patience, timing, and creativity is rare, and it's why he keeps landing near the top of every stat leaderboard. This season, he's running the Pistons' offense like one of the league's elite floor generals. He leads all guards in assists and sits second in the entire NBA, right behind Nikola Jokic. He's also third in fast break points, trailing Giannis and Tyrese Maxey, and he's third in drives per game with 17.1 a night, sitting right behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Brunson. And he's not just controlling pace, he's creating buckets constantly. Cade ranks top 5 in total passes and generates 24.9 points a night off his assists, which is third in the league. He's also top 5 in distance covered per game, showing how much weight he's carrying on both ends. In a league full of elite athletes, Cade stands out because of his mind. His rhythm, awareness, and patience let him dictate tempo like he's always one step ahead, no matter who tries to slow him down. Eames bump him, chase him over screens, fly at him full speed. Cade always has an answer. When he attacks downhill, he moves with calm strength, absorbs contact, keeps his balance, and forces defenders into ugly decisions. His footwork is tight, every spin looks planned, every step back feels deliberate. With the way he's carrying Detroit, he's making a real case as a top 5 player this season. And he's not just running the offense, he actually takes pride in defense, which you don't always see from a star with his workload. His biggest leap this year shows up late in games. He leads the entire league in fourth quarter scoring at 11.2 a night and already has 123 total fourth quarter points. When things tighten up, Cade shifts into a different mode. His game against the Hawks said it all. He went into the third with 10 points and 8 assists, calm and steady. Then in the fourth, he snapped into takeover mode, dropped 9 in the quarter, and hit 2 clutch shots in the last 90 seconds to seal a 120-112 win. Detroit kept feeding him the ball, and he stayed icy every possession. Teams have tried everything: doubles, traps, switches, even full court pressure. But once Cade finds rhythm, he's not rattled. Right now, he's shaping into a real franchise-changing star and building a case as one of the league's top 3 guards. Detroit hasn't seen this level of control since Isaiah Thomas owned the floor. Cade is bringing that same edge back with calm leadership and real confidence. He's not just a young star, he's the core of the franchise. And like every elite floor general, he's built chemistry with the perfect partner. Jaylen Duren has stepped into his role and completely changed Detroit's identity. Calling this a breakout doesn't even cover it. His presence is making teams adjust their entire game plan when they face the Pistons. It's early to crown him one of the top bigs in the league, but the energy Jaylen Duren is bringing this season has him heading straight toward that conversation. When people list the elite paint anchors, Giannis, Embiid, Jokic, Duren's not in that class yet, but the way he's hooping makes it feel like he's getting closer every week. Strong interior players control possessions even in traffic, and Duren's been doing that nonstop. He's averaging 20.6 points, 11.9 boards, 1.8 assists, plus over a steal and a block in just 29 minutes, while shooting a wild 67.4% from the field. Last year, he was at 11.8 and 10.3, and now he's dropping heavy double-doubles like it's routine. His improvement has been so steady that it almost feels normal, even though what he's doing is anything but normal. He's putting up all-star numbers, protecting the rim, and owning the paint with real force and confidence. He's not just a role guy, he's the engine behind this whole Detroit rise. Duren isn't just playing strong, he's taking over entire games. He's winning the inside battle, moving defenders out the way and punishing every missed rotation. At 22, he's become a real problem near the rim, grabbing offensive boards, finishing through contact, and using that frame to challenge anybody who steps into the paint. His November stretch proves it. He dropped 30-plus 3 times and hit 20-plus in 6 different games. Even after a quick ankle setback, he came back charged up, hitting the Pacers for 31 and 15, then giving the Hawks 24 and 8. Right now, he's mastering the roll man role. He's near the top of the league in points per possession, running about 3 rolls a night and converting at roughly 1.46 points per possession. And the craziest part, he didn't reinvent his game, he just leveled up the stuff that already works. Rolling harder, catching lobs clean, sealing defenders, and turning offensive boards into easy buckets. That simple, direct style is giving him a steady 20 and 12 every night, and teams still can't slow it down. There's no debate anymore. Jaylen Duren is Detroit's second star. And what makes this leap even crazier is that his defense finally caught up this season. For the first time, Detroit is better defensively with him on the floor. Opponents shoot just 58% at the rim against him, putting him right next to some of the league's strongest interior defenders. He's averaging over a block and a steal while staying patient and still bringing real energy in big matchups. Too strong to move, too quick to lose, and too confident to shake. That's the version of Duren we're seeing now. This season, he's fully tapped into his physical gifts, using his size with purpose, setting hard screens, sealing off rebounds, and trusting his reads. That old narrative about him being too passive is gone. Now he plays with real focus and attitude, the kind of big who changes the whole vibe the second he checks in. Put it all together, and it's obvious. Duren is heading toward his first All-Star spot, and if he keeps this up, an All-NBA nod and a max contract won't be far behind. He's realizing how much control he has in the paint, and that shift is turning into a serious problem for every team trying to slow Detroit down. Their rise into legit contender territory comes from that physical identity, and at the center of it is the connection between Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Duren. Their pick and roll has become the heartbeat of the offense. Cade reads the floor with calm poise, while Duren explodes to the rim with real power, forming one of the toughest duos to guard in the league. Detroit leads the NBA in dunks, and Duren is the driving force behind it. He's putting up 20.6 points a night, and only Giannis, Nikola Jokic, Zion Williamson, and DeAndre Ayton score more in the paint. As a roll man, he's a tough matchup. Strong, quick, and comfortable with contact. What's pushed him forward this season is his spacing. He knows when to seal, when to dive, and how to open lanes for Cade, and that chemistry has turned into Detroit's deadliest weapon. Cade's lobs to Duren look automatic right now. They already have more than 25 assisted dunks, the most of any duo in the league, and they've only played around a dozen games together this season. Duren's leap has boosted Cade too, pushing him to a career-best 11.7 points per game as a pick-and-roll ball handler. Their impact goes way deeper than scoring. Their rhythm collapses defenses, opening clean threes for the whole squad. When Cade and Duren share the floor, Detroit shoots around 38% from deep. And the crazy thing is, the offense still has room to grow. Once playoff basketball slows the pace, this duo is going to be a real problem for anyone in front of them. Detroit's style is built for postseason battles. Slow, physical, disciplined. Cade stays calm, breaks down defenses step by step, handles traps, and plays like he's in total control. Duren fits right beside him, setting big screens, rolling hard, and finishing everything at the rim. Their two-man game isn't flashy, it's direct, simple, and brutally effective, which makes it even harder to defend. And the defense ties the whole identity together. Detroit fights through screens, pressures ball handlers, and forces teams into ugly shots. Nothing comes easy against them. The supporting cast fits perfectly, too. All-Star Thompson brings non-stop energy. Jaden Ivey attacks with real speed. Duncan Robinson keeps the floor spaced. Veterans like Karis LeVert and Tobias Harris add steady scoring and leadership. For the first time in years, the roster actually fits the vision. Detroit has flipped the script completely. They're one of the hottest teams in the league, playing with a confidence the city hasn't felt since the championship days. Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Duren have officially arrived. And the scary part is they're only getting started. So what do you think about this Pistons comeback story? Is this the start of a new Detroit era or just a wild hot streak? And how far do you think Cade and Duren can take this squad? Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're rocking with this run. I want to hear what you think about all this, so drop a comment and let me know. I always appreciate everyone who taps in and shares their take. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, share it around, and make sure you subscribe for more fire content. Plenty more heat on the channel, so go check out another video. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.